on the beat.
What's up, fight fans? Your boy Nick again from NickPortellaMMA.com. After the closing of another bare knuckle event, we had to bring him back on, the Hillbilly Hammer, Sam Shewmaker. Sam, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Nick. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So, first and foremost, congrats on the win. You're moving on to the finals.
Yep.
How does it feel to be in the finals?
It's great. It's a great feeling, to be able to perform on such a big stage and to be able to represent my state of Missouri and the community I live in such a big event. It's humbling, honoring, and it's just such an awesome feeling.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, the first event, you had the highlight reel knockout, 18 seconds. Second event, you and Maurice Jackson went to war, split decision. It was a great fight. But something I kind of noticed, don't you? I feel like you kind of proved to people that you're game for the distance. I mean, it's hard to gauge somebody when you just drop a bomb and knock somebody out right away,
Right.
But do you think it kind of shows the other side of you? You went the distance with a super tough opponent. You both damaged each other, and you came out on top.
Yeah, it's it's nice to be able to prove that I can definitely go the distance, especially with a top-notch fighter like Maurice Jackson. So it's exciting to be able to show that I'm not just a one-hit wonder, for sure. Yeah,
and there was something else kind of cool I noticed after the fight. I mean, you guys hugged it out, even picked you up and carried you around the ring. Is it hard to find that? I mean, you see it in other sports, but when there's no gloves, or is it not difficult for you to find respect for your opponent, even you just got done beating each other up?
When you have a class act like Maurice Jackson, when you're up against him, of course, when you step between the ropes, it's all game. But then afterwards, you can hug it out or shake hands or hang out. It's nice to be able to find fighters like that you're able to compete against, because it's not very often that they come along like that. Right,
and you just happen to be one, and it kind of looks like, let's talk about your opponent for the finals, Arnold Adams.
Yes.
Now him, interesting, he had back-to-back TKOs in the first event. We didn't see, it's kind of interesting when you play devil's advocate, we didn't see a knockout, and we didn't see him go the distance, but we did see him at a second round and a fourth round TKO by Dr. Stoppage. What is your take on him? I mean, he's a high level athlete, no doubt about it. But how do you match up with him style wise? Because you guys are both in there ready to throw down.
I think it'll be a great matchup, especially for the fans that'll be at home watching or in attendance there. When we have the fight, there's going to be blood. There's going to be swollen eyes. There's going to be probably a broken nose or two. I mean, it's going to be a good one. He likes to throw hands. I like to throw hands, and that combination is going to be deadly in there, so it's going to be good.
And now, since the last event was the 25th, or I guess what I'm hearing is the third one, the final should be October 20th is the date that's kind of getting kicked around. So does that mean you're took a week off and you're right back in camp?
I took just 2 days off and then went right back in camp.
No time to mess around there, huh?
No, it's my chance to make a future for myself and my family. So yeah, I'm right back in it. I actually I took a month off of work coming up here in a couple weeks to actually do a real hard camp for this. So I'm going to be in tip-top shape, ready to go. So
now, obviously you're going to win, assuming you walk out of there as the champion. Do you plan on being the guy that's all right, I'm ready to defend, or would you like to get some time off after this tournament's through?
I'd like to defend it. I mean, right away, whatever the fans want. I mean, if they want Hillbilly Hammer show, I'd be more than happy to step in there and defend my title against whoever comes. I have a feeling that there's going to be lots of fighters coming out of the woodwork wanting that strap, so bring it on.
And the nice thing is your game to defend it.
Yes.
So now, everything you've done so far has worked. I always like to ask this. I don't want any tips or tricks, but are you sticking with what's worked, or after watching some tape, are you changing up the game plan? I mean, your game plan's usually it seems straightforward. We're going to go, you know, and we're just going to throw it out. But you actually have tape to watch of him, 6 rounds worth to be exact. Do you foresee yourself making changes, or are you just sticking with what you do best?
I think I'm going to stick with what I do best against this guy. He likes to throw 1 and 2 punch combinations, and I'm going to be right there throwing, you know, right behind him. And he likes to counter punch a lot, so I'll give him something to hit as long as he gives me something to hit. So it's going to be interesting to see which one's going to be standing at the end.
Yeah, this fight's almost tailored. I don't know. It's tailored like how it should be. Your
Yep.
guys' styles match up perfectly for the show portion of it.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. So now I know I had asked you last time, and I don't want to keep you forever. I actually do really appreciate the time. Do you have any? I want to give you a chance to thank people. I know last time you had like a million thank yous. I will go back in and write them all in for you, so you don't have to do it all again. But
Okay.
you're more than welcome to, or if you want to add anybody, please feel free.
You know, I definitely want to give a shout out to my wife and my children. You know, they've been there with me through day one, and I know I mentioned that last time. You know, they're my biggest support system, so definitely got to give them credit and props for that. You know, always being there for me. My wife picking up the slack when I'm gone, and my boys, you know, helping out around the house and actually coming out and training with me too. And then, of course, my training team, my brother Mike, my brother Joe, my brother Jim, my uncle Damon, who is my coach, and then my buddy Chris Sutton. You know, he's been a lifelong friend. They all come out and they're missing dinners and time away from their family to try to make me better and make me a champion. So, you know, I definitely got to give thanks to them. And, you know, I got to give thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I mean, without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So, you know, and of course, my community and my state of Missouri, you know, they just love and support that's been poured out by them. And it's been great. And of course, all my sponsors I mentioned before, you know.
Yeah, I'll make sure
It's
they're
great.
all listed.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, and as for me, again, he's going to be busy. Follow him. Twitter seems to be the best outlet at Boxing Hillbilly. As for me, at Nick Portella MMA on all social media. Sam, I wish you the best of luck, buddy. It's always exciting to watch you. And I know this show is going to be no different from the rest. And when you're all done, I would love to talk to you again. You're becoming like a staple on my website now. It's just, you're great to talk to. So I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate you, sir, and it's an honor to be on, and I look forward to being on again.
All right, sounds like a plan. Again, good luck on Bare Knuckle 3.
Thank you, sir.
All right, take care.
Yep, bye.